Welcome back to the With a Grain of Salt podcast, where today we're going to be diving deeper into the creepy pasta history and finding something that has actually been removed off of Reddit now.
That's
Uh,
good.
it's
Nice.
definitely an interesting one. So, for a little background, I have heard the story before, and I wanted to put it on the channel and also give Aiden his first experience with this because he's gonna retch at this. I just know he is. It's great.
I'm
But
so excited.
a little not safe for work right now. Not safe for put it down there in the bottom. Put it down here in the bottom. But yeah, this guy gets it. Today we're gonna be reading the original Cupcakes by someone named Sergeant Sprinkles
Oh,
before they
cool.
were removed on Reddit. Now they have their own wiki fandom, so if you want to read it there, I'm sure you can find it. But take it away.
Please look down below and look at our links for, our like Spotify, our Twitters. Maybe hit that like button, this little thing. Maybe the subscribe button. Maybe leave a little comment. Tell us what you think about this fanfic. And if you want us to read more of this category, I guess, please, I don't
Yeah.
even know what I'm getting into, and I'm already scared.
All right, but let's get into it. The air was warm, the sun was shining, and all of Ponyville was having a glorious day. The town square was bustling and crowded. Busy ponies were making their busy way through the streets. All the pony folk seemed to have it somewhere to be. All except Rainbow Dash. Her place was in the sky. She freely tore through the air, speeding one way and the next. She buzzed the treetops and raced the wind. The Pegasus swooped over a schoolyard, much to the delight of the children, climbing several hundred feet. She dove, going as fast as she could. Seconds before hitting the ground, her wings flew open and she took off back into the clear blue. Rainbow Dash felt alive. Then she remembered that she had somewhere to be. She had someone to meet with Pinkie Pie in 5 minutes. She'd gotten so caught up in her exercises that she nearly forgot. Pinkie Pie had asked Dash to meet her at Sugarcake Cube Corner at 3. She didn't say why or what they'd be doing, but Dash knew that with Pinkie, it could be anything. She wasn't sure if she really wanted to go through. She was so engaged with her stunts that she thought about blowing Pinkie Pie off to continue flying, but Dash's conscience got the better of her. She knew that it would hurt Pinkie Pie's feelings. After all, she said it was going to be something special, just for the two of them. She considered it and thought, why not? What did she have to lose? Heck, it might be more pranking. Pinkie Pie might have a bunch more fun stuff to pull off on folks. They had so much fun last time. Dash kicked it into overdrive, mostly to make for last time, and sped to her appointment. When she walked into the store, she was immediately greeted with her host bouncing in excitement.
Yeah, you're here. I've been waiting all day.
Said the jumping pony. If I'm late, Pinkie Pie, I was doing my afternoon exercises and lost track of time, Dash apologized. Pinkie giggled and responded, her tone gleefully reassuring.
Okay, you're here now. What's a few more minutes? I've been so excited thinking about all the fun stuff we're gonna do. I haven't stopped bouncing since I woke up. I mean, I almost forgot to breathe since I was so happy.
Dash gave a slightly uncomfortable laugh. She always appreciated Pinkie's friendly, outgoing way of life, but her abundant enthusiasm almost creeped her out. Dash was polite, however. If Pinkie had got this worked up, then it must be good, whatever it was.
So, you ready to get started, Rainbow Dash? I've got everything all ready.
Dash psyched herself up. You betcha, Pinkie. What do you got planned? We gonna prank somebody? I got a couple of good ones I've been thinking about. Or maybe you got some stunts you think I should try. Or maybe...
Making cupcakes!
Pinkie happily announced. Baking? Dash was disappointed. Pinkie, you know I'm not good at baking. Remember the last time?
Oh, that's no problem at all. I only need your help making them. I'll be doing most of the work.
Dash thought about it for a second and replied. Well, alright. Guess that's okay. And what exactly do you need me to do?
That's the spirit. Here you go.
Pinkie handed Dash a cupcake. Dash was puzzled. Thought I was helping you bake.
You will be. I made this one just for you before you got here.
So is this like taste testing or something?
Sorta.
Dash shrugged and popped the pastry into her mouth. She chewed a bit and swallowed. Not bad. Okay, now what?
Now, you take a nap. That's not creepy at all. I felt like a pervert saying that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Upon hearing that, Dash felt lightheaded. Her world spun, and seconds later, she dropped to the floor.
Hold up. She ate that cupcake seconds ago, and she's already knocked out. That was some good drugs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put her brother on.
For real.
When Dash regained consciousness, she found herself in a dark room. She tried to shake her head, but found a taut leather strap keeping it in firm place. She struggled to move, but the braces around her chest and limbs glued her to a rack formed from a series of sturdy planks, which spread her legs wide apart. Dash's wings were the only part of her not tied down, and they fluttered frantically while she struggled to escape. As she writhed, Pinkie jumped into her line of sight.
Goody, you're awake. Now, can we get started?
She said gleefully. She was pushing a cart covered with a cloth. Pinkie, what's going on here? You can't move.
Well, duh. You're tied down. That's why you can't move. I didn't think you needed to be told that.
But why? What's happening? I thought you said I was gonna help you make cupcakes.
You are helping, you see? I ran out of the special ingredient, and I need you to get more. You okay there, buddy?
Alright. Special ingredient? Dash was now breathing heavily and started to panic. What special ingredient? Pinkie giggled and responded.
You silly.
Dash's eyes widened. Her face contorted in fear. Then she started to laugh. Woo! Really got me there, Pinkie Pie. I mean, tricking me into thinking I'm gonna get made into a cupcake. I gotta tell you, this is the best prank yet. You win. You're the best.
Thanks, Dash. But I haven't done pranks today, so I can't accept your praise.
Dash was struggling again. Pinkie, come on, this isn't funny.
Then, why were you laughing?
Pinkie grabbed the cloth and whipped it off the cart. The top of the tray contained various sharp medical tools and knives carefully organized and ready. There was a medicine bag and several other objects next to them.
I was
Dash.
not ready to play a murderer today.
Oh, a lot of people weren't ready for what they were going to hear today. Dash was now in full panic mode. She was starting to hyperventilate. Her mind was racing and she tried to reason with the Pinkie Pony. You can't do this, Pinkie. I'm your friend.
I know. I know you are, and that's why I'm so happy that I've got you here. We get to share your last moments together, just you and me.
She was skipping again. But the other ponies, they'll wonder where I am. When the clouds pile up, they'll come looking for me, and you'll get found out.
Oh, Dash, don't worry. There's plenty of Pegasus to take care of a few clouds. And besides, no pony will find out. I mean, how long do you think I've been doing this? And with the lights. Oh, that's not me.
And with that, the lights suddenly came to life and showcased the rest of the room. Oh gosh. No. Dash reeled in horror at the image presented to her. The room was decorated with a typical but twisted Pinkie Pie flair. Colorful streamers of dried entrails danced around the ceiling. Brightly painted skulls of all sizes were stuck on the walls, and organs done up as pastels filled with helium tied to the backs of chairs. The tables and chairs were made of bones and flesh of past ponies. Dash cringed at the centerpiece at the table nearest to her, the heads of 4 fowls, their eyes closed like they were sleeping, wearing party hats made from their own skin. She recognized one of them as Apple Bloom's classmate. Her eyes darted back and forth and then gazed up at the patchwork banner hanging up from the rafters. Made from several pony hides, the words, "Life is a party," were scrawled in red. And welcome to Cupcakes, Spud.
This is
So tell me,
about Cupcakes.
Tell me, what were you expecting coming into this?
I mean, I don't know. It was called Cupcakes, and I figured we were just about to read some cringe My Little Pony fanfic. I didn't expect it to be about murder.
I don't think this is murder.
I mean,
Pinkie Pie snapped. This is my
Yeah.
worst fucking fear. You understand?
Yeah.
When my little sister would watch this shit, like seeing Pinkie Pie like actually start tweaking out sometimes, I'd be fucking terrified, bro. Dash's attention was stolen by a party horn unfurling and tickling her nose. She saw Pinkie Pie standing in front of her. The party pony was wearing a dress quilted from cutie marks. On her back fluttered 6 Pegasus wings, all different colors. As she skipped in excitement, her necklace of unicorn horns loudly clacked together.
Like
Shit.
it? I made it myself.
Dude, holy fuck.
Huh.
A whole dress made of cutie marks.
What's a cutie mark?
The little mark that the ponies had on their ass, basically saying what kind of pony they were. So now I want you to imagine how big that patch was and how many of them it would take to make a dress.
That's a lot. I understand.
And she's got 6 Pegasus wings and a necklace of unicorn horns.
Yeah, she'd been doing this for a while, I guess.
Pinkie, please. I'm sorry if I did anything I didn't mean it. Please let me go. I promise I won't tell any pony.
Oh, Dash, you didn't do anything. It's just your number came up and, well, I don't make the rules. We can't turn back now.
Oh my fucking god, dude. It's a pull a number. It's a pull a number, bro. Oh, that's scary. Rainbow Dash was tearing up. How could this be happening?
Oh, don't be sad, Dash. Look, this'll cheer you up. I brought you a friend.
Out of seemingly nowhere, Pinkie Pie displayed a blue and yellow painted skull. It was about pony-sized, but had a very defining feature. Beak. Dash was freaking out. Is that Is that...
Hey, Dash. Hey, Dash. Let's hang out together. These ponies are lamos. Dweebs, dweebs, dweebs.
Pinkie mimicked.
She left town. Remember when I left the party for about 20 minutes? That wasn't enough time to play with her, of course. I had to wait until after the party to do that. But boy, am I glad I did it. It was worth the favor alone. Griffins taste like two animals at once. It's amazing. I know she didn't have a number like everyone else in Ponyville, but when I was gonna get another chance to try a griffin. In hindsight, I probably should have asked where she came from so I can get more, but I forgot. I'll tell you what though, she was quite a fighter. Lasted a long time, which was fun for me. I got a chance to play with somebody other than a pony and try some new things. It's too bad she had such a potty mouth. She said so much bad stuff I had to take her tongue out. You know, bad language makes for bad feelings, Dash. Holy shit, I can't believe I read that without cracking, bro.
So you know, you made that lasted a long time part. That was a mess up, chat, and he made that sound so much so much worse. You said like she lasted a long time. Like, I was like, oh my god.
Oops, I stuttered.
Oh. Oh my god, damn. This still like shocks me just every time hearing it. It's crazy. Dash didn't have anything to say. She just sobbed and writhered.
Well, that's
Pinkie
enough
said,
reminiscing. Oh shit, sorry.
Run it back.
Well,
Pinkie said, putting the skull down.
that's enough reminiscing. It's time to begin.
She picked up a scalpel and walked over to Dash's right flame. Without any flares, she placed the blade an inch above her cutie mark and started a circular cut around it. Her lungs working overtime, Dash shouted in pain and tried desperately to pull away, but the braces held her still. Finishing the incision, Pinkie grabbed the curved skinning knife from the tray. She worked it under the skin and sliced the hide away from the muscle. Dash ground her teeth as she tearfully watched her flesh come off. Pinkie then moved to the other side and completed the other flank. Once she was done, Pinkie held up both cutie marks in front of her friend and started waving them like pom-poms. Dash just whimpered. Her thighs burned. Placing the skin down, Pinkie selected the large butcher knife and walked behind Rainbow Dash.
Sorry,
Go ahead, man.
I don't know if you read it. This was...
Nah, you gotta read it, man.
Hope you don't mind. I think I'm gonna wing it now.
Pinkie laughed. She grabbed the left one and played with it for a second, then stretching the wing out, she brought the blade down on the base. Instantly, Dash screamed and thrashed her appendage. The movement threw off Pinkie Pie's aim. She tried to hit the mark again, but missed wide, and putting a huge slice in Whoa, holy, and Rainbow's back.
Dash, you gotta stay still or I'll keep missing.
Jesus fuck, dude. Oh my god. You know, listening to the story is not as bad as, like, actually being the people reading it. Like,
this is kind of fucked up. I feel fucked up saying these things.
Yeah, and you as a person that goes to church, man, like, you might have to do some extra praying tonight. She took another whack at it and hit the target. She swung again and again, blood spraying into the air, but realized she wasn't getting anywhere. The blade just wasn't going through the bone.
I guess I forgot to sharpen it. I'll try something else.
she stated as she tossed the knife over her shoulder, the blade embedding itself into the table. The crying Rainbow Dash heard the sound of a metal box opening and closing.
Got it! Say, Dash, why do they call it a hacksaw? It doesn't hack. Hacking is what I was doing with the knife. This is a saw. I don't get it.
Put this fucking pony down, dude. Damn. Oh my god. Pinkie placed the tool over the last attempt. It effortlessly sailed through the bone and skin. The painful feeling of the teeth biting into her made Dash want to vomit. She watched hopelessly as her wing flew over her head and landed with a fluff on the table. Pinkie moved the next and started swinging. Dash didn't struggle this time. She'd given up to fight and just cried, then sawing abruptly paused. Pinkie was only halfway done, the wing hanging off only by a sliver.
Whoa. Hey, Dash, think fast!
That's fucking wild. Suddenly, she yanked the wing as hard as she could. The bone snapped, but skin held tight. The pole ripped a long strip flesh down Dash's back to her rump. The unexpected trauma caused her body to seize. She felt the warm release between her legs as her pelvis tensed up. Dash's loud, unending melody of pain filled the room. Unable to catch her breath, she blackened out. She awoke with a gasp. The stench of her urine filled her mucus-caked nostrils. She saw a very pouty Pinkie Pie removing the adrenaline needle from her chest. Stomping her hooves, the frustrated Pinkie lashed out.
Didn't anybody teach you any manners? It's very rude to fall asleep when somebody invites you over to spend time with them. How would you like it if I came over to your house and went to sleep? I'm sorry, Dash. You're boring. I think I'll take a nap. You think I always like doing this by myself? I told you how excited I was when I found you were next. I was excited to have a friend be here with me. I was excited to have a friend here with me while I worked. But no! You gotta be inconsiderate. You know, I thought you were tough. I thought you could handle anything. I had Faust stand up better than you. Do I have to baby you? Huh? Is that what you want me to remember you as? A baby?
This is wild. She stopped to catch her breath. Dash blinked and softly cried. Her back was on fire. Pinkie then popped something red into her mouth and began to chew. She noticed Dash was staring at her.
What? Oh, this?
Holding up another piece.
While you were asleep, I got a little impatient and helped myself to a sample. I got it from your leg. You're not bad. Want to try some?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This is like actually getting hard to read.
It gets worse. Keep going.
I know. I know.
It gets way worse. The next
Like,
line is way worse.
I've heard this whole story. It's so much different being the one reading it. Oh my god. Without waiting for a response, she shoved the strip of meat into the revolted Rainbow Dash's mouth. She immediately spit it out. Pinkie picked it up.
If you didn't want it, you could have just said no.
She then ate the discarded snotty morsel.
It's not like you haven't had it before.
Swallowing, she turned her attention to the small can on the tray. She removed the lid, revealing that it was filled with burning coals. Sitting on top of the fire were several large nails. Dash began to panic again. Pinkie picked up the can and walked over to Dash's left, carefully picking up a nail and grabbing a hammer. She positioned the spike at the seam between her leg and her hoof. Is she getting fucking is this fucking pony getting crucified? No! Pie! No! Dash screamed. No! The hammer came down and the nail punctured under her skin. The white hot burning was too much. Dash pulled and thrashed at her brace. Her skin rubbed and tore. Pinkie tried to line up another one, but couldn't find her aim. She let out a frustrated grunt and she pulled the hammer back and took a wild swing. Dash burst out crying and begging. Please! Please stop! Please! Pinkie rolled her eyes, putting hammer back down. She walked back in front of her friend. She stared pensively at the broken Pegasus. Gilda didn't even cry this much when she stuck that live parasite down her throat. Jesus fuck! Pinkie Pie thought for a minute about what to do next. Then there was a sudden spark in her imagination. She grabbed her gear wheel on the rack and laid Rainbow Dash on her back. She moved to Dash's hind legs, bringing the can with her. Pinkie picked up the hammer again and she drove a searing piece of metal into the bottom of Dash's hoof. Jesus fucking. Dash screamed again. Pinkie put one into the other hoof. Next, she located the small generator on the tray, tying the copper wires to the nails. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my god. I feel like a victim. And I chose this story.
You are the victim.
Tying the copper wires to the nails, she gave Dash a wink and flipped the switch. Electricity rocketed through Dash's body. The blue pony reacted immediately. Body seized, muscles struck taut. Her hips thrust skyward and her eyes rolled back. She let out a deep, throating, shredding cry. Pinkie giggled and danced in place. She turned up the juice. Dash convulsed uncontrollably. Her bladder emptied once more. After about 5 minutes, Pinkie Pie shut off the power. The area smelled lightly of cooked flesh and burnt enamel. She put Dash upright again and tried Snap the delirious and drooling pony back to attention.
Dash! Dash, wake up!
Rainbow Dash managed to give her mokium of weak acknowledgement. Dude, holy shit. Can we just talk about this? So not only is there a lot of mention, like this is the second time now, the mention of Rainbow Dash pissing herself. I think this is some kind of like weird fetish story more than a creepypasta, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, 10,000%.
But it's hitting the gross factor. Like, oh my god, the gore, it's there. Alright? I'm sorry if I doubted it. Pinkie reached into the medicine bag and pulled out a large syringe.
Alright, time for the last round.
Dash looked at the needle and Pinkie took that as a question as what it was.
Something to take the pain away,
She informed as she walked around to Dash's ruined backside. She stuck the needle into the lower part of her spine. Dash flinched. Coming to the front again, she told her friend.
In a few minutes, you won't be able to feel anything below your ribcage. Then, you'll be able to stay awake and watch the harvest.
Jesus fuck. Dash started to cry again. Pinkie Pie. She trembled out.
Yeah?
I want to go home.
Yeah, I can see wanting to do that. Sometimes, I just want to give up. I say, I'm done with this mess, and I want to go to bed. But you know what? You can't shrug off your responsibilities. You gotta pull yourself up, meet the challenges head on. That's the only way you're gonna get ahead in life.
Dash cried. Yep, dude. Oh.
Dash. Rest in pony heaven.
Just.
It was awesome.
Minutes passed and the drug took effect. Dash was numb from her chest to her flanks. Aware of this, Pinkie approached her with the scalpel. With only a smiling glance to Dash, she made a long cut across her pelvis just above her crotch. Moving up her body, she drew a similar incision up under her ribs. One final cut was made down her stomach, connecting the first two.
Looks like I got my eye on you, Rainbow Dash.
With a moist, gooey sound, the new door flapped open. Oh my fuck, dude. Oh my god. Like, this is, oh my god, this is bad. The sight of her own organs and the lack of feeling caused Dash's breathing to intensify. Pinkie sliced open the abdominal sac and grabbed the large intestines, separating it from the rest of the digestive tract and pulling them from the forming cavity. Pinkie was getting jovial and started making jokes. Dash, growing weaker from the new source of blood loss, tried to shut out the comedy act. Pinkie was laughing.
Look at me, I'm Rarity.
She said, smiling. The tube around her neck was spreading blood in all directions.
Isn't my new scarf so pretty?
Jesus fuck. Reaching back in, she cut the smaller intestine off the bowels, squeezing out the excess excrement. Jesus. Pinkie filed it through her.
I think this guy has a bodily
Dude,
fluid.
oh my fucking god. I can't. Dude.
Listen, we still got a lot to go through.
Shut up. Pinkie filed it through her teeth and dragged it back and forth.
Dentists say you gotta floss every day.
Rainbow Dash was barely aware what was going on anymore. The shock was causing her to fade. Pinkie got disappointed. Diving back into the guts, she ramped up her routine.
Aw, go yet, Dash.
Starting to pull out the rest of the organs, stopping at each one.
I know I can be a real pancreas. But you know, I'm just kidney with you. You really got to learn to liver it up. Boy, these jokes are getting bladder. Guess you gotta develop the stomach for them.
Fucking done.
One after the other as she's putting them into a bucket.
Dude. She placed the discarded body parts into a bucket, keeping the last one for a bit longer.
Bagpipes.
She said, placing the tube in her mouth and the organ in her armpit. A spurt of acid hit her tongue.
Ew. Hey, there's your cupcake. Rainbow Dash.
Dash didn't hear her. She had slipped from consciousness minutes ago. Pinkie, not satisfied yet, hit her with another adrenaline shot. Jeez. Dash woke up for the last time, her heart jumping. Her blood flowed out faster. It wouldn't be long now. Pinkie put Dash down on her back and straddled her chest, scalpel ready.
You know, Dash, I'm disappointed. I thought you would have lasted longer. I really wanted to spend more time with you before we got here. But I guess it's my fault. I should have taken it a little slower. Oh well. I guess it was really nice knowing you, Rainbow Dash.
The blade sunk into the blue one's throat and worked its way up her chin, coming back down and circled around her neck. The last thing Dash felt was her skin being cut away from her skull, the metal scraping her teeth. Then she was gone. Pinkie Pie stared into the mirror. She did a really good job, even keeping the eyelids. She winked. Dash winked back. Pinkie smiled. Jesus fuck, dude.
That's so
But
awful.
still, She was sad that her friend was now gone. It only lasted 50 minutes, not nearly as long as she wanted. She looked back at the Cadvier hanging there in the center of the room, the last of its fluids draining into the pan. Yup, no more Rainbow Dash. My god.
That's awful.
Then Pinkie cocked her head. She was starting to take notice of the fact that there really wasn't that much damage. In fact,
In fact,
she began to say,
I think.
an idea exploded in her head. She was good at sewing and she had all the pieces. All she had to do was put her back together. Yeah, just get some stuffing and bingo, she'd have Rainbow Dash forever. In fact, that's what she'd do with all her friends when their numbers came up. She was so excited. She skipped over to the body with the Skinner to get started. The cupcakes can't wait. Pinkie had a friend to make. Silver Spoon suddenly woke up. She was on her back and couldn't move. She couldn't see. Where was she? Freaking out, she was just about to scream when the pony from the bakery appeared in front of her.
Where am I? What's going on?
Well, you see, your number came up, and I gotta make cupcakes.
What does that mean? What are you talking about?
It's nothing. Don't worry. I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry it if I was you. It'll be over soon.
She approached the girl, scalpel at ready, when a small voice called out from behind. Miss Pinkie, what do you think you're doing?
Miss Pinkie, what do you think you're doing?
She paused and turned to look at Apple Bloom. The yellow baby pony walked up to her with an angry look on her face. Silver Spoon started to feel relieved.
You're doing this.
She pouted.
I thought you said this one was gonna be mine.
Pinkie apologized.
Oops. I guess I forgot. Here you go.
She handed the blade over. Apple Bloom climbed on the table and stood over her prey. Silver Spoon tried to struggle. She stared in fear at Apple Bloom and her apron. The pink apron with the shiny tiara on it. Silver Spoon started to cry. Apple Bloom grinned and opened her mouth.
Hey, Silver Spoon. Guess who's gonna be a blank flake?
That is the end of Cupcakes. Holy shit, dude. That was yeah, that I'm gonna need therapy after that. I'm gonna be honest. Every time I read
there's now a child.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting is all I can say to that.
Mm-hmm. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. And I guess we will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.